I'm back with the fresh retwist and style. Check me out.
I got loose sticks, oh hit a plug, ride around with folk, call me Coop, 24, can't fuck with her no more.
Welcome back to my channel, Mama Tari's Whole Wellness. I'm Latay Taylor, and this is my daughter, Taria Taylor. Say hello, Tari. Why are you being shy? So I wanted to come back today and tell you guys a little bit about my locks, how I got my locks started, and what I wish I knew before I started my locks. So as I told you guys before, at this point I'm 9 months locked, and actually my locks have different ages. So some of my locks I started, they all started at 9 months, but then I kind of broke some into smaller pieces. So because of the size, I wanted it to be a little bit smaller. So that's one of the things that I wish that I knew before. I think it's very good for you to find a lock crush. So you want to find somebody who you love their locks and you're like, oh my God, that's, that's awesome. Your lock crush so that you can see how you want your locks to look like, pretty much. So when you find like the person that you want your locks to look like, and then you can see how they started their locks, or what technique they use, and the parting that they use and everything like that, because that is super important. For me, I did my research and I figured out, okay, there's different ways. You can do the 2-strand twist, you can do the finger coils, you can do braids, you can do free-form locks, and I chose finger coils because I thought it looked nice. Typically they say to choose the locking method based off of your hair texture and your hair type, which would whichever one is going to work better with your hair. So I chose finger coils, and as far as the parting was concerned, I wanted it to be stacked. I think half moon. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah. So I didn't tell the lady that was putting my locks in that that's what I wanted. I just kind of told her that I didn't want square boxes. So when she finished, they were big. I didn't really like the size. I didn't like how many locks that I had. So that's another important thing you want to know. Like, how many locks do you want? Do you want a lot? Do you want it full? Do you want it not so full and bigger and thicker? You have to know all of that before you decide to go ahead and lock your hair. So definitely do your research. And look at different styles and look at different people, so that you can get a wide variety to see exactly what you like. For me, that's why I ended up having to manipulate my locks, and why my locks have different maturity ages. My husband is actually the one that helped me with that. Don't tell him that I told you that, because he would kill me. But anyways, yeah, so he pretty much started with the back and kind of made those smaller for me because they were falling out a lot. And then for the front ones after that, I think it was a month or two later, I was like, yeah, go ahead and make that smaller too. And then he did that. And even after that, I think a couple months later, there were a couple of ones in my front that I was just like, okay, these are all small. This one is a little bit bigger, and I want that one to be smaller parts. So I also, broke that one up and separated it. So, you're able to make those changes in the middle if you do discover you want something a little bit different, but I would suggest, you know, getting it done all right the first time. Don't know, or they have the misconceived notion that you cannot take out your locks. But you actually can, even when they're very mature, couple years, you know, you can take them out at any time. And I was actually pretty surprised about that. So that's something that you want to know in case, you know, you're like, oh, I really want to try, but you know, I don't want to be committed to doing that, you know, having locks for a long period of time. You don't. If you want to just wear it for a year and take them out, you can do that. But nine times out of 10, I don't think that you will. But it actually is probably gonna depend on how patient you are and how you're enjoying your journey. I can't say that the whole process is just beautiful and it's everything. I really didn't like the beginning stages, especially when they were coming out. But once they started locking, and I got a little bit of weight, so it wasn't sticking up because they were sticking up. My hair was short, you know, they were sticking up. But once they got some weight to them and, you know, they actually just fall, you know, closer to my face or whatever, I really started to love my locks. But, you know, and I think that's part of the reason that a lot of people, you know, give up on the lock journey, because those stages, they're really hard. So you just, you know, stick through it and you know, trust the process. You will get through it and you will have beautiful, luxurious locks. And I'm absolutely just loving my style. You guys take a look at that. I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you can see it very well. I got my first style, which I'm absolutely loving. I want to shout out to
Lasting Impression Lock Services.
Alberta. She's amazing. She retwisted and styled me and my husband's hair, and she did a phenomenal job. We love it, and we're going to stick with her because my husband and I, we kind of were retwisting our own hair, which, you know, for the time being, especially since we were in lockdown, that was totally fine for me, you know, and we learned a lot. We had to do a lot of YouTubing and researching to figure out how to do it, the technique and everything like that, but it still wasn't super professional. And I just have a whole new love for my locks, realizing, you know, all these different styles that I can get. So I'm really excited. If you're, you know, embarking on this new journey, lock journey, I'm just here to encourage you and tell you, you know, just trust the process, and wait it out. You're gonna really love it. It's an amazing journey. For me, it's a very spiritual one. And I just never understood, and I never knew how connected that you can be to your hair, you know, like I stopped caring so much, putting so much emphasis on how my hair should look and all that kind of stuff, and realizing, hey, you know, this is just hair, and I'm gonna rock it the way it is. I'm gonna love myself. I'm gonna love the journey. I'm gonna, you know, love my relationship with the Lord. Like, it's been an amazing journey so far. So I can't wait to see what else is in store. So yeah, I'm going to tell you guys more about the journey. I'm going to update you guys in more videos and things like that. And, you know, different styles that I do, different products that I'm using, natural products, of course. And and let you guys know all of the, you know, hacks and all of the info that I have, because, you know, knowledge is power. And so I'm just sharing with you guys the things that I've learned, so that you have that information and you don't have to just figure it out on your own. You know, it's kind of how we all learn. So anyways, I've taken up enough of your time. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Talk to you later. Bye-bye now.